Tonight, West Ham United have the opportunity to leapfrog Everton, not Chelsea, start again. Everton, Manchester United, and Tottenham with a win against the Toon tonight. That was all perfectly scripted and done, and I boosted up. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. To add to the chaos, I've just been eating some hot and spicy Pringles. Others, of course, other crisps are of course available. Will our performance tonight be hot? Will it be spicy? Will it be entertaining? We are about to find out. The team lineup is 4 minutes away. Will Evan Ferguson get his first start for West Ham? What will he do at the back? Will he be back five, back four? Will Scholes and Creswell keep their spots? Will Todibo come in? Plenty of questions for Potter to answer in just under 4 minutes' time. Greetings, Fathead, from a quiet London stadium. I can only imagine the quietness and the dullness of the London stadium this afternoon, and absolutely. Yeah, right. People are messaging me galore. Greetings from a busy gym. I hope you're having a fantastic time, Father. Good evening, usual suspect. I hope you are well. We will know later whether the gym or the ground was the best option. I fear it may have been the gym, whether the gym or the ground, yeah. Not had one Pringle, but get the blame. I'm sure you've had one. They are nice. There's about 4 left, to be totally honest. Not even that. There's a few crunched up ones. So just to add to the chaos of it, cheers. They're nice. I don't like hot and spicy food, but hot and spicy Pringles, no, really good. Really good. Mark, I hope you're well. If you're joining me now and I'm eating Pringles, don't turn off, please. It will get better. It can only get better from here on in. Jake, they are selling random Pringles now. Who want to buy random Pringles? So does that mean you don't know what flavour it is? I couldn't be doing that. I couldn't be biting into something not knowing what the flavour is. Not for me. Jay Woods, hope you're well. He says tonight is a massive. Tonight's game is massive for climbing that table. It is, and yeah, a couple of people mentioned that in the preview last night. So I just looked literally about 15 seconds before I went on air at the league table, and yeah, we leapfrog Everton, not Chelsea, Man United, and Tottenham if we win tonight, which would be fantastic. However, Newcastle, they are up in 9th, 11 points above the Hammers going into this game. I feel like Larry doing stat attack now. They've played 27. Won 13, lost 9, and drawn 5 compared to us, who have lost 9, drawn 12. No, I've done that all wrong. I'm having a nightmare here. We have won 9, we have lost 12, and we have drawn 6. We got there in the end. See, only Larry can do the stat attack justice. I just simply don't have the minerals for it. But there we are. Listen, they're a good side. They're a depleted side currently, with eyes looking probably ahead to 6 days' time as they take on Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. That will be their focus. Listen, they can wheel out and they can peddle whatever narrative that they want. How and all the players can say how focused they are on the Premier League and how important this game is to them. But the fact of the matter and the fact and reality is that they are thinking about Sunday. Every single one of them players will have Sunday in the back of their mind. When they're going in for that extra tackle or they're doing that extra sprint, they will be thinking about their cup final on Sunday. They haven't won a trophy for years. Absolute years. So Liverpool have been good this year, but they haven't been, they haven't blown teams away. So they've got a chance on Sunday, but only if they can try and keep hold of the players they've got left. Isak's out, we reckon. There's loads out. Gordon's out with that ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous red card. I think Lewis Hall's out as well, so they are a little bit depleted. So they will be sort of damage limitation, I think, ahead of Sunday. Right, I'm going to get the team lineup up in a second, but before we do carry on, if we win, can we dream in the top half? I think that is optimistic. Potentially, maybe. Maybe 3 wins in a row. If we win, absolutely, of course, after the Arsenal and Leicester wins before our little break for the FA Cup. When was the last time we did this? I don't know. I wish I knew the answer. I can imagine and I can infer and predict it was quite a long time ago. Lidl are selling all sorts of obscure Pringle flavour. This is where I got these from. Yeah, they do pepperoni ones, they do Mexican ones, they do hot and spicy ones. In that little section where they sell like anything and everything, it's a great place to pick up some hot and spicy Pringles. Others are available and other shops are available. I love it. This is where I got those, in Lidl's. You are reading my mind, usual suspect. Okay, right. Let's get to the team lineup. I hope it's out. What do we reckon it's going to be? Here we are. It's not started Ferguson again. That fella's never going to play. Right, let's get a team lineup up. before we go any further. Those Pringles are really good. Really, really good. Okie dokie. Right, West Ham's team for tonight reads Ariola, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Creswell, Scarles, Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Souček, Bowen, and Kuda. So notably, no Evan Ferguson is the initial thing that I noticed there, which has shocked me yet again. When is this fella going to play? We've got 10 games left. We brought him on loan, and he hasn't started a game yet. So surely it's going to be a matter of time, hasn't it, really? But he's gone back 5 again. Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Creswell, and Scarles. So you've got Todibo, Kilman, Creswell for 3 centre-halves. Then Wan-Bissaka and Scarles as the wing-backs. In midfield, Alvarez sitting. Ward-Prowse and Souček being a little bit more expansive. Bowen and Kudus leading the line. So that's really a 5-3-2 formation, isn't it? Unchanged from our game against Leicester, which was a absolutely dull game of football. So let's hope for something a little bit better tonight. No change, absolutely. Hot and spicy Pringles and a kayak on the set. Exactly, exactly. Only at Lidl. Only at Lidl. No Claire Body tonight. Obviously, yeah, Gordon is out. So let's have a little look. I'm just not going to bother taking it down. We can go straight to who are we playing? Newcastle. Let's go straight to the Newcastle team lineup. Here we go. You'll see it at the same time as me. Pope, Trippier, Shah, Joe Linton, Tonali, Barnes. Oh, Isak is playing. Livramento, Murphy, Byrne, and Bruno Guimaraes is the captain. And they've done this really, really awkward thing of doing it in number order, which is not doing me any help. So it's Trippier, Shah, Byrne, and Livramento is the back four, I'm going to guess. Joe Linton in midfield, Joe Linton in midfield, Tonali in midfield, Murphy in midfield, maybe. And then Barnes and Isak and Guimaraes up front, maybe. I'm not sure. There is your Newcastle starting line. Let's have a little look at the bench. There he is. There he is. No, nothing else needs to be said about the man that I'm circling with my mouse right now. I hope you can see it. Dubravka, Callum Wilson. Yeah. Yeah, you at home, I know you're thinking about it. It's Callum Wilson. Yeah, you. It's Callum Wilson. He's going to score. There's no doubt about it. Target, Kraft, Asula, Willock, Longstaff, Miley, and Neve there on the bench. So they're looking pretty thin on the ground at the moment, Newcastle. Let's just head over back to the West Ham team and look at the bench because I realised that I forgot to do that. Paqueta returns to the bench for West Ham after his injury tonight, and it reads Fabianski, Soler, Paqueta, Mavropanos, Guilherme, Ings, Rodriguez, Emerson, and Ferguson. So Emerson returns to the bench. Paqueta returns to the squad. Ferguson's still on the bench. Ings there. So listen, we've got attacking options there. There's no doubt about that. Attacking options are there for all to see. Ferguson, Ings, Guilherme, Paqueta, Soler. So there's options there. It's just how he utilises them and how he can get the best out of his team. So those are the starting lineups, and you can now, blimey, see my beautiful face. Not so zoomed in. It's probably more beneficial for you all. I can't change a winning side, I guess. I suppose, yeah. We weren't amazing against Leicester. Listen, let's not beat around the bush. It was such a poor game of football. But somebody said on the show last night, we were probably dragged down to their level by Leicester, which sometimes happens in a game of such little quality. We didn't get out of second gear because we didn't have to. We could have done if we wanted to, but we were a little bit better than them, but that's all we needed to be. Leicester, one of the worst sides I've ever seen come to the Premier League. They come to the London Stadium. Sorry, they were dreadful beyond belief. Words can't describe how bad they were. Newcastle are going to be better. There's going to be an improvement, and it's going to be a bigger and tougher test for West Ham tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see how Potter and the team adapt to that because they are a decent side. Newcastle, yes. They've got injuries. Yes, they'll be thinking ahead to Sunday, but you still can't underestimate a side sat, 7th or 8th in the Premier League, who are really solid at the back. And Eddie Howe gets them playing a really nice style of football. And yeah, it might be a little bit more hands on deck tonight for them due to the injuries and due to who they have available and suspensions and all the rest of it. But still expect a really tough game tonight. There's going to be no pushover whatsoever. There, of course, is extra implications to the game, but they are still going to be a tough side to beat this evening. Fat Hill on the bench. I'm not on the bench yet. We aren't that desperate. Apparently, we've already decided not to sign Ferguson. Yeah, I've seen conflicting reports because I've also seen that Potter is keen to sign him on a permanent basis. I don't know what's happening there, but I mean, him not starting again indicates probably and supports your argument and comment there, Fathead, for me. I do agree. Wouldn't mind a draw, but West Ham, best not lose. Yeah, I hope not. At home, let's just not lose. Yeah, I'd take a point right now. Keep the points ticking over. Listen, a point takes us back level with both Tottenham and Manchester United. We're going to be below them on goal difference, but you know, if we can still keep in touch with them, of course. Man United picked up an unexpected point at home to Arsenal yesterday. Spurs picked up a point as well at home to Bournemouth. So if we can pick up a point and match them, pick up a penguin, I feel like saying there. If we can get a point and just stick with those sides there, that would be beneficial for us as well. And it would probably help us with a bit of momentum as we head into our next game against a team that we're currently level on points on. Of course, played a game less. Everton, David Moyes' Everton. I'd like to add emphasis to as we take the trip to Goodison Park on Saturday. Looking forward to our final trip down Gladys Street. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one. And as we bid farewell, I like Goodison Park. So it's going to be a sad farewell from us. One of my favourite away grounds, but of course, time moves on. So that's to come on Saturday. But turning our attention back to tonight with just an hour and 9 minutes until kickoff. Time to get your score predictions into the chat. Yeah, Newcastle. I mean, this is a really difficult game to predict, actually. And there was some really diverse and varying predictions on the preview show last night, which is probably indicative of how unpredictable this game could be tonight, because Newcastle are a side that, yeah, can blow hot and cold, but you can't take it away from them. They're sat, what are they, 9th in the league, right? They're level on points with, but if they win tonight, they go up to 6th, right? Yeah, they will go to 6th, level on points, or just below Manchester City, I should say. So they have not had a bad season by any stretch. If they win the Carabao Cup and maybe scrape into a European spot, that's got to be classed as a really good season for Newcastle, hasn't it? I don't know what their fans' expectations are. Of course, the whole Saudi money thing seems to have dried up and evaporated. They're not spending too much money, probably because they're not allowed due to financial fair play. But that, of course, is a discussion for another day. But yeah, I mean, they had that Champions League season where I thought they were really unfortunate not to get out of the group, actually. They had PSG and loads of teams in there. And they had a bit of an off season last season. But they would be looking to get back into Europe this year. I don't think you get into Europe with Carabao Cup. You might get Conference League with Carabao Cup glory. But of course, that'll be the priority. But if they can scrape their way through the back door into a European spot as well, I think that has to be classed as an amazing season for the Toon. And yeah, listen, I quite like Newcastle. Good fans, dedicated fans. We moan about having to do Newcastle away once a season. They do that trip like 10 times a season. So fair play to them for that. And yeah, listen, I've got admiration for Newcastle, but of course I want us to beat them tonight. And by the way, both of these games being played on a Monday night is an absolute joke. Us having to go up there on a Monday night back in November, what a win it was that night, by the way. And then their fans having to come down this Monday night for this game is an absolute joke. And it's nothing short of a disgrace, quite frankly. This game should be played on a Saturday or at the very, very worst Sunday, 2 o'clock. This should not, by any stretch of the imagination, be a Monday night kickoff. So that's irritated me, partly because I've had no West Ham over the weekend and I've had to sit and watch everyone else and be patient, which is something that I am not very often. I'm not known for my patience, so I don't like Monday night games, I'll be totally honest. Joe Linton and Isak worry me. They do. Me too. Yeah, they are quality players, and no doubt about that. Harvey Barnes' goal. Whenever I think of Harvey Barnes, I think of that goal we scored against us in that Calvin Phillips game where we lost 4-3. Was it a couple of seasons ago? Last season? Yeah, it was last season, wasn't it? Where we were 3-1 up, cruising, and we lost 4-3, and Calvin Phillips gave away that penalty, which really shouldn't have been a penalty, and that was the start of his West Ham demise, really, wasn't it? Yeah, not a happy memory, and Harvey Barnes brings back floods of memories just like that. Not to mention the Callum goal against West Ham Wilson. Yeah, Callum goal against West Ham Wilson. I apologise. Yeah, absolutely. He loves a goal against the Hammers. Could be the last time we see Paqueta at the London Stadium. That is a possibility, but I don't think that he'll get banned for life. I don't. I think he'll worm his way out of it, but that is a possibility and a frank one at that. Mark saying, let's hope not. Absolutely, it could be a great impact sub tonight. Him and Ferguson coming on with an hour gone for a half an hour sprint. That could be pretty dangerous and lethal, and hopefully game changing if needed for West Ham. Paqueta being transferred to Belmarsh FC according to reports. No comment. Michael, hope you are well. Sharky, thank you for joining us. utilising our fantastic member emojis there. I need to change some of them. I'll do that very soon. James Ward-Prowse is still there. I didn't even take him off when he left, but he's back now, so I can keep that emoji there. Graham said, hopefully Newcastle will have their minds on the cup final. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Sorry, I thought Nigel messaged me there. Souček goal tonight, potentially. 3-1 tonight. Kudus going to find the net. It will do his confidence some good, wouldn't it? I think he's been better in the last couple of weeks. He was better against Arsenal. I thought there was a real improvement from previous games. But yeah, he needs to build up some consistency because he's been, definitely not the player that he was last year. He's regressed massively this year. So a decent performance, and maybe a goal or assist could do him the world of good tonight. I do agree, absolutely. I do feel confident of a win. I like it, Sharky. I like the optimism. 2-0 Hammers. I'm going 3-2 West Ham. Souček, James Ward-Prowse and Bowen. 2-1 to the Hammers. Loads, you getting your predictions in. Keep them coming in to the chat. Michael says, if Isak plays, that's a dangerous game. How it is playing, they can't afford to lose him for the fun. That's why I didn't think Isak would play tonight. I was convinced that he wouldn't play. I thought he was injured and they were bringing him back for Sunday, but no, I was wrong in that sense. Very rarely I'm wrong. Of course, I'm joking there, but Isak there was a surprise when I saw that lineup in real time. Press the like button, folks. It will give West Ham good luck. It absolutely will. Smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel as well. Kudus just needs a goal to get him back on track. He is trying too hard. He's trying to find the perfect ball and the perfect shot and the perfect pass too many times. For me, he's not been great this season. It would be great to see him get a little bit better, have a good 10 games to maybe put his price tag up in the summer. A bit out with the Geordie team. I thought Isak wouldn't start, I'll be honest, as I just said to Michael. Yeah, it shocked me a little bit. The FA would make Lands and play John O'Groats midweek if they had teams in the Premier League. Ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous, excuse me. Our lack of creativity in midfield is still a concern. I do agree, Mark, I do. And that's why a sort of Paqueta coming back into the side could assist us. But then who do you drop out? Ward-Prowse, maybe? It depends what Potter's viewpoint on Ward-Prowse is and whether Paqueta gets in over him. Only Graham Potter can answer that question. But yeah, I do agree and I echo your views there because we are slightly one-dimensional in midfield with not a lot of creativity. And we were talking about it last night because Nigel was saying about how we always play it out wide and we never play it through the middle, but we've got no creative sparks in midfield at the moment. There's no players that are going to illuminate the midfield and get us moving forward in the central areas. We're forced to go out wide because there's not that flair and creativity in the middle of the park. It's out wide with Wan-Bissaka and Kudus and Bowen in the wide areas. So incorporating a little bit of flair and creativity back into that midfield would do us the world of good and hopefully give us another outlet and make us a little bit better playing through the middle of the park as well as out wide, because that is profitable for us equally. Paqueta's case will go for 5 years if found guilty by probability. Yeah, it will last for ages. These things always do. So I can't see him just being banned next week or whatever. I just can't see it. Can't see it. Need a Graham Harry Potter emoji. Okay, noted. I will write that down on a piece of paper that I don't have. I'll write it on the back of one of my West Ham official cards. Graham Potter, that pen doesn't work. I will write that down because otherwise I will forget. Graham Potter emoji will be added for the next show, not tonight, but for the next show we do Harry Potter. There we go. My wish is your command. Look at these as well. Hey, look at that bad boy. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, get your phone and scan that code. You can now see that I wrote Graham Potter emoji, Harry Potter on there. Scan that QR code, you can subscribe to the channel. See, look at these fantastic things. I've got hundreds of them. So if anyone wants them, you can have them free. Right, I'll even sign it if you want as well. Program tonight asks who our best 17 is in the Premier League era. The answer is slim picking. Says it all. I vote Stan Lazaridis. Good one. Antonio is at the game tonight, and I believe the Ironworks Alliance are bringing out their Antonio Tifo tonight. Fan display, because Antonio will be in attendance tonight, so it'll be good to give him a warm welcome back to the London Stadium, of course, after his horrendous accident a few months ago. I think if Paqueta comes in, Souček is benched. Really? See, I don't think Potter will bench Souček for Paqueta. I think he'll bench Ward-Prowse or Alvarez. I think Souček's pretty solid and solidified in his position. That's interesting. Maybe, I don't know. There is a debate to have. Can't see Paqueta starting for us again, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. There is Michael exhausting the Souček emoji. Who doesn't want a signed card? I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't want a signed West Ham unofficial card? They've got hundreds of them. They are one of a kind, right? Yeah, see, I could get a signature done like I did there, right? I mean, you can't see it, but yeah, I could sign it for you for a £5. I'm only joking. No money will be exchanged. So my prediction, I was forced down a rabbit hole last night because everyone else took the predictions that I wanted. Mike ended up with 1-0, which is really dire. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it will be West Ham 1, Newcastle 1 tonight. And I'll take that, you know. I'll take a 1-1 draw and let's scuttle off to Everton on Saturday and target 3 points against David Moyes' side. We all know deep down, realistically, that David Moyes is going to do an absolute number on us and beat us because we've done it. He's done it for us for so many times. It's written in the stars that he's going to do it against us. I know that. I've accepted that. But we can go and try and give it our best and try and overcome that theory in my head and beat Everton and leapfrog them in the table because it's actually a pretty important game with us so tightly knit in that little pack there with us, Everton, Man United and Tottenham. Beating one of them will be pretty crucial. So if we can get a point tonight or even better 3 and then beat Everton on Saturday, then that looks like a really, really good spell that Graham Potter has knitted together. And all of a sudden, with 4 games unbeaten, doing pretty well with Arsenal and Newcastle in that run of 4 games. So yeah, hopefully let's keep that unbeaten streak going tonight. Let's not lose. Let's get at least a draw, maybe a 1-1, 2-2, or even better, a 2-1 win. And let's have something to shout about for the fans. Absolutely. I can confirm the banner is here. There we go. So there is a banner tonight in Bobby Moore Lower, I believe, for Mikel Antonio, which will be nice to see. Souček is a better impact player than Ward-Prowse. I see that. I do, actually. Yeah. He probably is a better and more influential player off the bench because Ward-Prowse is a steady player, 6 or 7 out of 10 every week, but Souček can make that impact in the final third. So, yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. James Ward-Prowse will score from a free kick tonight, and Ferguson will come on as a sub and get the winner for us in the 85th minute, 2-1 West Ham. If that comes in, I want all your tips for Cheltenham this week, mate, because that is very specific, and I hope it is right, and that would be really good, because finally commentators can stop saying Ward-Prowse is 1 free kick off of Beckham's record, and Ferguson to get on and get him a goal will probably do him the world of good. I expect to see him in some capacity tonight, Ferguson. Hopefully it's a prolonged and pretty big period of time and he can, get in front of goal and put one away just to give him some confidence because he's rusty. As Mike said the other night, he's really rusty and he needs a bit of confidence. He needs a goal to really ignite and get him going in his West Ham career. My ambition for the season is to finish above Spuds and Man United. Absolutely. That is my ambition as well. There we are. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Believe it or not, speaking for 23 minutes straight is quite difficult. I'm going to return to eating the remains of my hot and spicy Pringles because they're very nice. Hopefully, Mum will buy me some more tomorrow when she goes shopping. And I will see you on the full-time whistle for a uploaded, quick, instant match reaction. Hopefully, I have a beaming smile on my face. But until then, I'm telling you, 1-1 or 2-1 to West Ham, and we will all be happy. To be fair, I'll be happy if Wilson doesn't score anything, but Wilson scoring, I'll be happy. All jokes aside, thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And from me, come on you irons, and I'll see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Cheers and goodbye.